Yes, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Feeling good. Finally, you didn't want to talk to me. I've been trying to get on this podcast since freaking the last time I was on the pod. I was in a whole nother flat, a whole nother apartment, another part of Austin last time I was on this podcast. And this man finally, we've talked to each other. We've seen each other two or three times
I know, I know. It's been a
since
nightmare
we've
for
done
me.
one.
But the thing is, like, again, look, first of all, before we talk about podcasts, before we talk about sport, how's the new baby doing? How is she?
She's great. She's good. Amara, I don't know. One thing that pisses me off is when people comment on like my stories or like
Mm.
my posts and be like, "Oh, he." I'm like, "He? How do you not know I have a girl yet?" It's been,
I mean, it's all over social media. She's a she. He's all over. We've seen it as soon as. Come on,
like I'm
get
like,
over it.
okay. That's the only. But other than that, she's been great. She sleeps through the night. I won't say that raising a newborn is easy, but it's definitely not as hard as a lot of people make it seem.
Mm,
But
mm,
then
mm,
I'm
mm,
saying this like Sid's in school, so I mean she has that, but like I don't have like a government or like a
mm,
like a state job or anything. I don't have to like, go into it. So like I work from home for everything, or like just powerlifting is mainly the whole thing.
mm.
So it's kind of like it's good. So I get to spend majority of my time with her. It's nice. Sid's doing good. She's made it through healthy recovery, so I'm happy because of that. But it's great, man. I love being a girl dad. It's the best thing ever. I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you.
Mate, you talking about it? Like I'm trying to bribe my missus to trying to try for a second one. So hopefully I'm gonna get a girl. I mean, people will say like when you have a girl, look, I love my boy. Don't worry, I wouldn't
Yeah,
change it
yeah,
for
yeah.
anything. But a girl, it brings just new love, what I mean, new affection, it brings new concentration in life. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially you guys American, you probably saving to buy a gun and a dog just in case you're so you're ready for it. Just-
Basically.
I mean, look, you are like what the pound for pound king. If a pound of pound king has a kid, you might as well buy a gun because like everyone will be thinking about those genes need to be passed toward my family, my gene, my line. Do you know what I mean? So
No, yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah, it's like it feels good. It gives you like I'm getting like if I had a son, I definitely feel like I need to like protect my family more. But I feel like it's more of like you feel like you need to do more protecting and stuff like
yeah,
that. You want to give
yeah.
more, you want to do more, you want to make sure you're around a lot. Of course, like we need to not normalize. Me and Sid said this the other day. We need to not normalize dads just being there because we saw this
Yeah.
video of just like someone being like, "Oh my God, this dad is so good for showing up to like a game," and it's like, why are
Mm.
we like celebrating this? This should be normalized. So I'm normalizing it. That's not something to be proud of, but. No, yeah, it's great. I think it's so sweet. Like she just started to like smile now. She'll look at us and she'll
Oh
start
no,
smiling.
that's so
Oh
sweet.
my God, it's my favorite thing in the world. Like I'm like, oh my God, I can't get enough of it. Like I'll look at her, I'm like, hey, and I'll smile, and then she'll smile back at me. And I'm like, oh my goodness. It's
Mate,
like,
look, I know this is probably like we're gonna go on and on and on and talking about our children, but I'll ask you one question, bro. When you saw her for the first time, just
mhm.
tell me
Oh, I
what
cried.
how was it? What was you thinking? Did you even
So
say anything?
no, I really didn't say anything. So I mean, I was there with Sid whenever it was going on. She was giving
Mm,
birth. And then we finally got her, and she gave her the. I didn't really hold her till like after everything was done. Sid had her the whole
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Like whenever they passed her to Sid, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, it's like I, when people describe it, it's like instant love, like a love at first sight type thing. That's exactly how it felt. Like I saw her, and I was like, oh my goodness, like I'm gonna love this little this little bloody nasty thing forever.
And then the
um,
funny, and then the thing is all like, I don't know about you, but for me, when it happened, and I said to myself, "Am I a dad?
yeah.
Really? Hold
Hmm.
on, hold on. Am I responsible for another human being? How did that happen?" You know what I mean? It's almost
Oh
you
yeah, I
start
think
thinking to yourself, like, I'm still a child of myself. What?
yeah, no, it's crazy because like I looking back, if I did want a kid, I didn't really want one until I met Sid. But I was like, I want to be like 26. I want to be still young, but
Mhm,
like
mhm.
not too old because I want to have a life after like whenever they're
Of
gone.
course,
I
yeah,
don't want to be like when they're finally getting out of the house, like being old, not really want to do
yeah.
things. So Um, yeah, so finally having her was just like it's crazy to think that I have a kid. Like I say that all the time. We're like, I can't believe we're parents. Like I'm a dad. Like one day she's
And
gonna be calling me dad. Like one day she's gonna be outside of the house, hanging out with her friends, and be like, "Oh, my dad has to come pick me up," and I'm the
yo,
dad. I'm like, no,
that's
it's
that is literally not one day, mate. As soon as we do, as soon as if we got a chance, or some of us if we got a chance to get to Dubai, when we go to Dubai, as soon as we come home, mate, she's gonna be calling you dad. That's in a year time. No one day. That's in a year time.
oh my
She'll be
goodness, no,
like, daddy, daddy, daddy. Because I mean, especially like you have a little girl, as they always say, girls, they always tend up and tend to be daddy's girls. Do you know what I mean? Daddy's kids are girls. So that connection you create, you have that natural and almost like is I cannot explain the connection that you have with your daughter
yeah.
as a father. I can't. So for me, I will ask this, right? Again, for all people out there listening to us, since you've had a child now, how your perception in life become? Are you still the same Austin, or you seeing things differently now?
I definitely see things. I see things a lot differently. I think in some aspects I'm probably still the same, but I feel like I have to do more. Like I think people think that it takes away from like I think people the whole thing was like I have a kid, I would slow down, I would want to pull back because I don't want to spend more time with her. But like I have the time to spend with her because I don't have a job where I have to go out. So I still have
Mm,
that time
mm,
no matter what. So it's not like I have to go to the gym where I can't have my kid and then go to work where I can't have my kid. And then I come home within like 6 to 9 or they need to go to sleep. Like that's the only time I have. Well, I have like literally probably like 75% of my day I'll have with my kid. Well, to be honest, like 100% because I don't go anywhere. And then when we go to the gym, I train at Alico in Austin, and they don't mind us having Amara there because like she's usually asleep anyway. We just roll her around,
mm,
walk her in a
mm,
stroller. So like I have all this time with her. But that being said, like it does make me, I'm more of a, I guess you could say money driven. Like I want to
mm,
just
mm,
make sure, like I'm not saying we don't have enough, but I want more. I feel like there's no abundance of more. There's always like a, all right, well, I'm comfortable, it's fine. But now I'm
mm,
like trying to make sure I have enough to provide and more. So I think that's my thing. I'm more like on a, all right, well, let me start doing this more. Let me make sure I'm promoting this more when it comes to like
mm,
sales for things and stuff like that.
mm,
Like make sure I'm selling these programs, putting these programs together.
mm, mm,
Like
mm.
it's just making sure that I'm doing everything and putting forth the effort. And then when it comes to training, like I'm going hard right now. Like we'll talk about training, of course, but like
Yeah, of course.
training
Yeah.
has been nothing but good since she's been alive. Since the day she's been on this earth, I think I've gotten better. Each day I've gone to the gym. I haven't went to the gym and been like, oh, this is the most terrible thing. Like every day has been a learning experience. I feel like I've been putting towards more effort. I've been taking nutrition more seriously, making sure I've been taking vitamins and stuff like that, making sure water intake's good. Like I've been putting more into myself to make sure I'm better, to make sure I can provide for them. So it makes me want to work harder, I think.
I think to me, it's another thing as well. Like, I know she's just a couple months old. You'll be thinking, oh, she's just a baby. She doesn't understand what's happening, or she doesn't see what's happening. But you share that bond, right?
Mm-hmm.
As they said, when you're stressed, she is stressed, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're going through difficult things, you're thinking, oh yeah, my child is not affecting my child. No, 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 no. It's actually affecting your child because I'm talking from experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Me and my missus went through some moments in life where the stress was literally too much. And we could see from the baby, from the child. We can literally see his life. But when things start getting better, even him, he start getting better, start getting happy and all of that. So it does
Yeah.
translate. So for me, it's like as a father, especially when you bringing your little one to train with you in that place, people don't understand that in itself is a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
But is a weapon because it's a weapon because that weapon for me is worse. Is the strongest weapon you could ever have. Better than
Mm-hmm.
your competitors. Because at the moment, you rather squat in front of her and make a squat, right? But if you fell a squat in comp, it wouldn't bother you. But if you fell a squat in front of her, you'd be like, oh, come on, man, I fell a squat in front of my child.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come
It,
on.
it definitely it definitely levels things up. I always think to
Yeah.
myself, that like whenever like I'm doing this, like it has to be for them. I talk
Mhm,
about that all the time. Like it's always
mhm,
going to be for them. It's always going to be like I'm going to get excited whenever she gets excited. So
mhm,
like
mhm,
I feel
mhm,
like it's like at first it was just me wanting to get stronger for me, and of course like to make money to support my family and stuff like that with me and
of
Sid.
course, yeah.
But like now it's like I have to. It's
Yeah.
like I have to do this now. Like
Yeah.
at first it was like, okay, we're doing it. I mean, I like doing it every once in a while. It's good. I like competition. Training is like terrible sometimes, but now it's like there is no, oh, like it can go bad and maybe we figure something out. Like it has to go good now. Like there is no like no more we can fall back on and maybe it's okay here. Like, like that's why I'm doing like Advances Houston. Like, I mean, I don't need to do it, but could I do it and get some money for it? Hell yeah. Cause I mean, why not just get some
Of
money?
course.
Why not
I
just
mean,
go
yeah,
ahead
plus
and
it's in the US. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
So,
it's literally 2 hours away from me. I'm gonna drive 2 hours and then
man, why not? Why not? Do you know what I mean? Why not doing it? So, and then the
yeah.
other thing as well, right? Because your family is growing. There's a family of three now, right? So you don't just live for you. Of course, you used to live for you and Sid, but now you live even more for her. You know what I mean? And I know I'm not saying again. I know people say to us. A lot of people say to us, your wife or your partner have to be the first one, and the children come after because the children are the one that goes. But even anyone that say that, I always say to people, you're never gonna understand until you have a child.
Yeah.
When that little one is there, they will ask you, who are you gonna put you for? Your wife or your child? You literally will be like, is she looking at me? Is she listening? If she's like,
You see her face right now. She's like,
I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if she's not
I'm pulling
listening,
for
you're
the
gonna,
family. I'm pulling for the whole family. That's
you know
true. I
what
can
I
only make you. There's only one
mean?
you.
You know what I mean? Even me, I always say like, oh yeah, of course, my missus come first. But deep down, I'm thinking like, oh, my boy. But the funny thing is, my missus might call me and say like, Jay, I'll be like, I'm coming. But if my little one said, Daddy, bro, whatever what I'm doing is dropped. Bro, even if I'm sitting in the toilet, if she said, Daddy, bro, I'm stopping that shit. I'm going to check what's going on. You know what I mean? It's just
Oh
part of
man.
life, bro. It's a part of life. I'm just gonna ask you, of course, another question around because your life has changed now, right? You're a dad now, of course. First of all, you became a husband and now you're a dad. So basically, almost like for the past year, the blessings for you has been ridiculous, right? Because sometimes we look, I think, life into a different perception that we just have to, sometimes we have to sit and just reflect to where we are, right? So you came from first of all, if we're talking about powerlifting, we came for USAPL, you come to the IPF. The next
Mhm.
thing is you move to world, you marry Seed, you win your first world title. And now we're sitting here, you are a two-time world champion. In the space of 2.5 years, you're a father and you're a husband. How does that make you feel, bro? Because that alone, right? Sometimes probably you haven't reflected to that yet because you're just
Yeah.
thinking, I'm Austin Perkins. I got some goals I need to hit and all of that, places I need to be and titles I want to win. No, 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 no. My friend, just relax for a bit. Look at just what you've achieved so far. Two times world champion, a husband and a father. And you've been at Sheffield, bro. So just tell me, how does that make you feel? People die to be at your place.
No, it is crazy that people are like, "Oh my God, I want your life so bad." I'm like, I mean, this is great. I mean, I love my life, but no, it's crazy. Me and Sid talk about it all the time, and lately she's been telling like, we're talking about these stories of how like when we first started dating, not when we first met, we first met, I guess, sort of kind of too. But when we first started dating, like I basically had like no money at all.
Mhm.
And then, like now she's like, you have like enough money to support like everybody and everything. She's like, is that not weird? Is that not crazy? She's like, it's only been like 3 years. Like that's not like a huge change in people's lives. 3 years, like that's like a
Mhm.
consistent, it's like a small thing. And I'm like, yeah, it's crazy. But you're adding into like being married and having a kid and like everything powerlifting wise, I mean, I'm happy. I feel like my life before, like was not good. Mentally, I wasn't that good. But I can say the past three, I guess you can say 3 or 4 years, 3 to 4 years, like probably have been the happiest 3 or 4 years of my life. Like it's been
That's
so
nice.
good. Like meeting someone like Sid definitely kickstarted everything. So that's like what I always go back to. Because when we decided to date, and when I decided I like wanted to be in her life for the rest of my life, was like the changing point, and everything else just started going good after that. So like I always say, like I love her, I appreciate her for everything. But no, it's just, I mean, yeah, bro, like you said, I'm just lucky to be honest. Like I can't really put into words how happy it makes me, or like how good I feel, because it's weird going back to like 2 or 3 years ago. Well, no, 3 or 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, and being like, damn, it's crazy. I was living like check to check, not paying, like barely being able to pay my rent, not paying for my car. And it's like now it's like I
You
can
live
buy
normal.
whatever I want. I can buy whatever, I can go wherever I want. I can do whatever I want. Like it's good. I can go buy food right now and buy a week worth of groceries and not be like I have no more money for the rest of the month. I think
Yeah,
about that all the
yeah,
time. Now
yeah.
it's kind of, oh, I want to go get food, or I want to take Sid out or Sid and the baby out. I can spend $200 on the dinner if I wanted to, and not be like,
Mm.
like how much
Yeah.
money. So like life feels good. There's really nothing that could take away. I think honestly, bro, if I lost the competition, I wouldn't be as upset as I was a few years ago, or even 2 years ago, a year ago. Now, like I'm just so content with my life outside of the
Mm,
gym, because I feel like that was one point with me. It was just
mm,
powerlifting
mm.
was like the only good part of my life, and everything
Yeah,
else was just kind of shit to me.
yeah,
But like
yeah.
now it's like both are good. So if I don't have the powerlifting, my life won't fall apart to me in my head. And
You
that's
know
what
what?
yeah.
One thing you said that is so key when you say, that's almost a reflect to a lot of things I've been saying lately when people are behind the microphone and people are in front of the camera on social media, they're talking so much waffles because the reality is sometimes you don't just listen to what they're saying, look around their life. What else did they have? As you said, like yourself, you mentioned before, powerlifting was the only good thing you had. So that's the
Mhm.
only thing that you have to talk your shit. You have to do your shit. You have to work hard your shit to be good at that because that's the only thing. So for me, like a lot of people, when they see me, the way I conduct myself is because powerlifting is not the only good things I have. So this is why it's so hard to compete against me because I mean Taylor said this the other day. He said on the podcast, said, "Oh, Jurins, I like him, but sometimes he need to talk his shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I listen to that. I
Doug,
listen to
yeah,
yeah,
Doug,
yeah.
you're good. You know what I mean? Talk your shit and all of that stuff." I was like, yeah, but I don't need to though, because I got other things that are even better than powerlifting that can talk my shit around. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, winning or losing in powerlifting, to be fair, doesn't make a difference. It's the same shit. Do you know what I mean? It's the same shit to me, right? Because a lot of people rely on that so much because, as you said, there's nothing else in their
Mhm.
life. It's just that. For them
Yeah.
to be relevant, they have to be good at powerlifting. But
Mhm.
people like me and you now, I mean,
Like, oh,
this
look,
is what
look,
is
I'm gonna tell you, you know what's been the best part of my time the past, I guess, like months or so, a couple months. It hasn't been like me getting strong, because bench has been going good, training's been going good. It's whenever Sid comes home and she's like, "Oh my God, I have an amazing husband," and tells me a story about how like some of her friends, who they're dating or whatever and stuff like that. No, that her coming home and telling me I'm a great husband feels better than any PR I've ever hit. That's some serotonin. That's some
mate,
serotonin for you. And those guys who are single or like in relationship, you won't understand that. That
but
feels
they
so
want,
good. But she's like, "Oh, you're so like my husband's such a good dad because he changes all the diapers at night for me." That serotonin that hits then feels better than when I hit a PR, bro. There's
but
nothing better.
nothing beats that, bro. Me, I'm 5'7", but at home, I'm 6'5", bro.
That's
I'm six
it.
five,
I'm gonna start saying that. I'm
bro.
5'4", but when I'm at home, I'm
I'm
six
six
five.
five, bro. I'm 6'5". I'm like 250 pounds. You know what I mean? Sitting there like a proper like full Beyonce at home. Do you know what I mean? It's because again, like because for me, like, especially when it comes to Sophie, my little one, yes, she's proud, she's happy, she understands the weight I put on my back, she understands the weight I put my hands and on my chest, she understands heavy weight. But bro, there's no weight as impressive to her than me coming home, being a dad, being a husband, being a partner. That is more to her than me bloody lifting 300 old kilos. I can come, like, I can go in that gym and score 300 for 4 5. She just look at me and say, like, oh, well done, babe. She just walk off. That
That's
if
it.
you know what I mean? But if I come home, if she comes home, she see me, just for instance, like she see me probably like what hoovering the rag. She looks at me and like, oh, you are the best man I could ask for. For me, that is just like, whoo, I felt like I just scored 350 right there.
Right.
You
Yeah, I
know
know.
what I mean?
I'm like, is there a
So,
competition coming on right
exactly,
now?
bro. But
I
at
look
that
great.
moment, bro, at that moment, if you give me boring steam, Russ, Jesus, I'll talk to everyone at that moment. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a good feeling, bro. It's a good feeling.
That's
So
really
I got another question to ask, right? In terms of like, I think is around, it's of course evolved around the children and the family and all of that. So how at the moment the little one is still young? Of course, you mentioned about taking her to the gym for you to train, and of course, Sid, because Sid, she has got a career she's building. So I mean, the family is busy.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean? Because some people have the opportunity where they have children, one partner is done working, looking after the kid, and you got to train. So how are you balancing that? How the life balance now in terms of like making sure the kid is you look after the child, you look after seed, and you train. How's the like the balance?
So I can give you actually like a how a day usually goes.
Hmm.
So there's multiple days. So there's days that where Sid doesn't have school or she does have school, and that's usually how like we base our days off of. So say for example, like we're doing the podcast now, and I've been looking at Sid. People know Sid's been and she's here, so she's studying right now. But she had class at 8 o'clock, so she had to leave the house around 7:30 or whatever, 7 o'clock, something like that. So whenever she's gone, we have like bottles ready and everything like that. Wake up, um, get the bottle, feed Amara, feed the baby. Sid's gone already. She's gone for the day. She has to be at class at 8. And class from 8 to 12. So from 8 to 12, I'm watching Amara, feeding her. She's good usually. We do tummy time, read to her whatever I
Hmm.
want to read to her. We talk, feed her. It's like it's an infant. So it's pretty easy. Like you said, she's young, it's good. And then like after that, Sid comes home and then she studies. And I still try to keep Amara here and there. Like she'll wear her if she needs to, like in like the little baby
Hmm.
carrier. But usually like I'll have Amara and just so Sid can study, or usually Amara falls asleep, takes a nap, whatever. I'll go do things with her. So that's a chill day. It's an off day. So it's a real good chill day. I don't have anything really to do that day. So it's really fine for me. The next day is Sid does have school again from 8 to 12. So same thing that whole time, but then I go train after. We definitely take probably she gets home probably like once. We take like an hour and a half, two, and then we go train.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then, I mean, I train for however long it takes me to train, but Sid goes with me and the baby comes. And then we come home. Sid studies, she needs to study, and then we go to sleep. Like it's really very just repetitive every day. But it's like a very like a the main thing is where it's a partnership with us.
Hmm.
Uh,
Hmm. Hmm.
so like
Hmm.
even though she has to be up at certain times or something, like I take care of most of the night. She does have to feed the baby at night, but like
Hmm.
I'm helping. Like I said, I'm changing the diaper and everything for. But other than that, though, she'll like feed her and then put her right back to sleep. And like Amara goes to sleep like basically instantly after she gets.
Nice. Oh, bless.
Like yeah, lucky. Yeah, so that's so lucky, bro. That's so lucky. Because when it doesn't happen, I'm like, oh. But no, so it's like really like a helping type thing. During the day, it's the same thing. Like I'll have her for majority of the time, and then when Sid can tell, I'm kind of like I want to do my own thing, or like I'm
Mm,
always been fussy for a while and I haven't been able to get her down. Then she'll like, okay, like let me trade out, and then she'll help
mm,
and stuff like that. Biggest thing is in the gym though, which I love, is we figured out is we have her a stroller, have her in the stroller. People probably seen it in the back of my videos, but
yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, yeah.
trigger and like we push her. So in between sets, like we'll trade off. So like sit or bench or deadlift or squat or whatever. While she's doing that, I'm pushing the baby around, like walking around in the Alico with her. And then like as I'm lifting, she goes and she does it until like unless Amara's asleep, and then like we don't have to move her. But then if she starts like crying and moving around, just doing that'll get her back to sleep. And usually like she's doing really good. Like I do want to say shout out to Lico. Like they don't sponsor me or anything. I guess you could say my sponsorship is them letting me train at their facility.
I think that's enough,
But
bro. That's
yeah,
enough,
yeah, no,
especially
no,
late.
that's enough for me. That's enough for me. That's what I'm saying. Like if you want to call it that, you can call it that. But they allow us to like come in there and train, and then have Amara there. Amara's not really that bad. There was only one time out of like the 10, 20 times she's gone with us where she's like started bawling, crying, but it's because she blew her diaper out. So she had poop on.
Okay.
I mean, I think that was a valid reason for her to be crying.
Yeah,
But other
yeah.
than that, though, she's really good at staying quiet in there, and everyone's fine with her being there, and they're very open and welcoming with us. So like that's really good. So we're really lucky with that part too. That's one thing we're really lucky about, because instead of like definitely would be harder to go and train at like a gym,
Hmm.
uh, especially because we don't want her to get sick 'cause she's around so many germs and stuff like that. So
Of
like
course, yeah,
her
yeah.
being young, it would have been harder for her to go to like a real gym. So luckily we go to Alico where it's just they clean on weekends all the time. It's always clean in there. All the offices are basically in the back. There used to be a guy that sat in the front that was an accountant, or no, a salesman, but he moved to the back. The guy who's like I don't even know what to call him, but he's like he's the event manager basically at
Hmm.
Alico. He's in there, but he's fine with me training in there. Whenever he has like a call or something, he lets me know, and then I'm like, I'll quiet down, or I won't be like squatting, deadlifting at that time because it's the only time where it's really noise. But really lucky for that because of
Is
without
this place a gym or just a Leico facility?
it's a like it's a distribution warehouse.
All right. So
Um,
it's not a public gym.
no, it's not a public gym. I'm the only person that trains there, besides the people that work there. Me and Sid, yeah, me and Sid are the only people that train there.
And you're telling me that's no sponsorship? What the fuck?
No, no, no. I'm saying like I would. I mean, I would count that as the sponsorship if you want to say it's a sponsorship, but it's not like a like. I post about it when I train there, but it's not like I like do more for them. That's why I'm saying you can call it a sponsorship, but I'm calling it like a favor. I call it a
That's
favor.
amazing, bro. That's amazing. I didn't know it was. I thought it was like an Leico a funded facility, but you go like a gym where people come and go.
There's one Alico rack, and then they have like all it's a show. Like I train in the showroom, so when you walk,
Mm-mm-mm.
it's all the stuff that you can buy from Alico in there.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They used to have like two or three combo racks in there, but now they just have one combo rack and then one weightlifter platform right next to it. And then everything else
Wow.
like the machines like pulls and stuff like that and dumbbells, and like they have like multiple bar. Like I've tried the I was actually the first person to try the new bar, the new Alico bar.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky you guys. See, some people are
Yeah.
blessed. I'm not.
It's not, I'm gonna tell you the knurling on that bad boy. My hands, bro, my hands.
Is it that bad?
It's bad, bro. It's like you're not gonna drop anything. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna have to get used to it.
Oh, especially on my hook
But
gripper.
yeah, especially yeah, hook. Oh yeah, it's like nah, nah, nah. But it's
Eh,
yeah, like we're like me and Sid talk about that all the time. She's like, it's crazy. They just let us like come in. Like there's no like designated time either. Like we go
That's,
in when
mate, this is what I was talking about earlier in the beginning, isn't it? Those are the blessings that you need to count. Do you know what I mean? Because this is what when I always say to people, like, there is level into this sport. People think it's a joke. No, there is level. Do you know what I mean? So if you go to a normal commercial gym, you go and lift the bumper plates, and someone that has got access to a legal like what facility like can come in anytime with his newborn baby and his wife, you're not in the same level with a person like that. Come on. Even if you're what you're lifting 10 times more than that person, bro, but you're not in the same level. You're not. Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
You're
there's
not.
there's definitely levels to it because there's like and there's also like I think is high level is when SBD gets us to come and do shoots. I think that
That's
is like
dope.
that's
That's
levels to
dope.
it. That's levels to it. There's okay, like for instance, I think there's levels of like people that compete at nationals who are really good and people that
Mm.
compete at worlds. Like this is different. It's a different bracket. You gotta spread it out. Then there's people. Then you got. There's a new level now with worlds in Sheffield. So it's like that's like a whole nother bump. And then it's
Bro,
like
I
different
mean,
things. Like, is like, okay, are you sponsored by SBD? But is SBD doing a shoot with you though? Are you getting promoted by like that's different
that's a
tier?
different
That's
level,
different
bro. That's
tier.
are the SPD coming to yours and just do a media thing? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Are they doing that? You know what I mean? Because you can
Yeah.
be sponsors and all of that, but are they coming to you saying, look, let's shoot some content? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like even me, like
I'll use like I guess SBD is like the biggest like
mm,
top of it, but like I think even if like you do like smaller things like advances as well, like if they're
yeah.
asking you to come do this or do that too, that's still another level of different.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
When you
Have a
when you're a,
brand as
when you're a
well.
power
Yeah.
lifter, because sometimes companies don't have power lifters, but that's you
Yeah.
can say it's a different level of influencers. Like there's people like tech influencers who just do phone reviews, but then
Yeah.
there's other ones who get invited to Apple during the
Yeah.
launch. Like it's
Exactly.
levels
Those
to
are
it.
yeah, those are
Levels to
different. You know what I mean? You're
it.
like, let me throw my ego like me doing that Nike. You know what I mean? You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
like, hey, bro, like I'm not on that level. Like that's different tax bracket. That's different tax brackets,
Bro,
bro. I'm not up there.
I turned up to Germany, right? Everyone was like, I can't believe it. How the fuck that this happened? You know,
Bro,
even
you're
like
American.
even exactly even Taylor asked me, was like, how the fuck this happened? These people are supposed to be our home people. I was like, man, just blessings. Blessings, bro. Nothing
Hey,
else, just
hey,
blessings, you
right
know?
place, right time. Right place, right time. That's all I can say.
Exactly, exactly. Anyway, so in terms of like training now, Austin, so because again, we spoke about it a little bit. Of course, I was speaking to Sid in Sheffield, and I spoke to Sid even when she was the baby was literally close to coming. In terms of like people were saying, oh, let's wait for Austin to have a baby. The training will change, the structure will change, and all of that. So I know you spoke about in terms of like your routine on a daily basis, but you and Stanek, did you look at your programming and say to tweak a few things as well? Because again, as you said, raising a child, as much as that is you're blessed now with everything's happening, but still is not a walk in the park, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
have
yeah.
you tweaked anything?
So I will say, shout out Joe for figuring this out. Joe is like, I know he got like that bad thing that happened to him. When life falls apart, everything falls apart. I'll just say that.
That's
So
part of
whenever
life.
he had that, yeah, like so whenever all that stuff was happening with him, yeah, it happened, but he had problems. But he is the most, this is why I hired him as a coach, is because he is the most knowledgeable, like will look up any piece of information, knowledge coach that I know. Um, and he did so much research and asked like different lifters like Shell, Ashton, like how everything went with them when they had a kid, what felt bad, what was like the positives of what you would have done differently, what did you do that did work? Like he gathered all of this knowledge, like, oh, here are the supplements you should be taking, like because I really wasn't taking like vitamins or anything. He was like, here are the vitamins you should be taking. I need you to try to at least get a nap in. When you get a nap in, try to make it 2 hours so you can hit full REM cycles. Like he's like figured out literally every detail T. So he did all of that to help me get through it. And also we started doing, I know people were talking about the, oh my God, 6 day a week SBD. That actually I think was the best. I think that was like it led me to now being strong and confident on everything because dealing with that, I think it was 6 weeks, the first 6 weeks, right? Yeah, first 6 weeks I did it. So that's crazy. 6 days a week SBD for 6 weeks. It was only the sessions were like barely an hour long. Like I maybe had like one or two sessions in those 6 weeks that were like an hour and 30 minutes long. But
Mm.
like other than that, there was like most of them were like 45 minutes to an hour. Like they were like quick. I was in and out of the gym because I didn't want Sid to be here alone. She's recovering from pregnancy with the
Yeah.
baby. I didn't want to
Mm.
leave her alone for that long amount of time
You know,
elongated. Like,
that's mad. You did all of that while the baby was still brand new.
yeah. Yeah, I would, because Sid's parents were here, her parents were here for like a week or a week and a half or whatever. And so like we kind of had help that first week.
Mm.
So I would like wake up, her mom would cook, I would eat, wait like 30 minutes, go train for an hour, then come back and then
Wow.
do that. So that's what I would do like every day. Um, for like the first couple weeks. Then someone else came and then someone else came. But like we're after that, we're kind of by ourselves basically for like only like during the week on the weekends maybe someone will come like my parents or something like
Mm-mm.
that.
Yeah.
But No, other than that though, dude, it was just like we should have a really, I wouldn't say she's the best. Like she still cries like every other baby. She cries a lot, but it's not
That's
like
normal.
she's good. She's good with sleeping though. So like we're
Mm-hmm.
really grateful that we figured that out. Like we know like if she needs to go to sleep and she's been fighting sleep, just put her in the wrap that said has her in. Like that's like the automatic, she'll fall asleep. Then it's like good, boom, we can put you down, we're good. Like good for a couple hours. So I'm lucky with that. But like when it comes to training, yeah, I would just come in. SBD was quick, and they were, bro. Like I would like do like one set of squat. Like it'd be like one set of squat, two sets of bench, and then one set of deadlift, or it'd be two sets of squat, three sets of bench, one set of deadlift. Like it was always like I'm only hitting like 7 sets a day with no
Mm-hmm.
accessories. Like I was
Okay.
just, yeah, I was just going about my business after that. And then now we're back to like regular scheduled stuff, like how I used to before I train. I mean, that's because we've got like I told Joe that I want to get on a routine first, make sure we figured out Amara, her quirks, her ticks, and everything like that. Like, oh, like how to fall asleep. Oh, we need to give her a bath at this time. Oh, like how me and Sid are gonna handle the day together. So like that was
Yeah.
a big making sure of figuring out outside of the gym first, and then inside of the gym just came naturally, and you just have to like flow. Like first 6 weeks you have to flow. Like some days I was training at like 11, some days I was training at 2, some days I was
Mm.
training at 4, but it was only an hour long, so I would just boom boom back. Like sometimes it would take me longer to get to and from the gym than it did in the gym.
Okay. Wow. Wow. And because you guys there in where you are, there's a lot of traffic as well, isn't it? Because I
Yeah,
see
so
on
much.
stories, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I see on
So like
most, yeah,
without traffic it's like 13 minutes, 14 minutes to Alico, but normally it's like 25 to 28.
because of traffic.
Yeah, it depends on the traffic because there's a lot of construction
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
Okay. Okay.
So,
I
but I
mean,
mean, like,
the thing is that you sustaining that again. Now you explain the 6 days SBD. Now it makes sense, completely sense. What? So how? Because again, you did it for 6 weeks. What did you guys go out of it? Because there's a reason why you did it, and there's something probably you got out of it.
so the main part was just to make sure I was maintaining strength. So, like, I wasn't hitting anything super heavy,
Hmm.
but like, I was making sure tech was good and everything like that. And I was still around the same amount of strength. That was
Oh,
like
okay.
the best thing, but or the main thing. But I'd say that like I feel a lot more confident on everything now because like my foundation feels really strong. Because I feel like I went down, I broke down everything, and I'm like, okay, this is how I want to squat. I'm gonna stick with this. Okay, this is how I want to bench. Because the weights were so low, so I really didn't have to focus on like how heavy it was. It was just basically
Mm-mm-mm.
workout. And after 6 weeks of going to the gym 6 days a week, everything becomes routine at that point. Like everything flows. Like my squats now are just like nothing feels heavy. It's just like up and down in my head. It's just
Yeah.
up and down. When I bench, it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm kind of getting lift offs now. So I'm trying to work like, okay, if someone messes it, because I'll have like any random person from Alico that works there to just lift me off. I'm like, hey, can you give me a lift off real quick? They're like, it might be terrible. I'm like, that's fine. I just need to know how to correct it and figure out everything.
Mm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, just making sure that everything was good. Like now I figured out that like, oh well, conventional helps my sumo. So like that's why we're doing the conventional this way. Like it's just like, and it made my sumo more stable. Like it just that was just helping more. I think more technique and more in just making sure that we're maintaining. Cause like I want to say my last squat was like 280 for a triple, which like isn't anywhere near PR. I think my PR is like 315 for a triple, something like that.
Yeah, it
So
is 315. No, that for something like that. I know it. I have a video of it.
yeah, so it's something it wasn't like super good, but I mean like it was good enough to where like I felt like I could have squatted 315 that day for three. That was the whole
Wow,
thing.
that's incredible. That's incredible. The other question I have here, because you know, of course, in Germany, we also what you did in Germany, you were so rude. What you did was so rude. It was disgusting. It was so disgusting. The funny thing was, right, I spoke about this. We spoke about it around boys, about group chat and all of that. You're my boy, like, I don't hide things from you. I was literally on that group chat. I was like, I like the guy, but what he did is so disrespectful, is ridiculously rude. Because the fact is, I don't know if we'll ever gonna see someone do something like that again.
I
right?
definitely think it's underrated. I think people don't give enough hype to it than what it got. I feel like people definitely made. I think it didn't hit the same that I thought it was gonna hit when I had the idea of doing it. I thought I was gonna get a lot more like, damn.
Because yeah, because people, let me just be honest, the people that have got a big followings, page, platform, there is a lot of bias into the sport. That's why. If you were a fan favorite to the other side, it will be
Mhm.
different. Do you know what I
Okay,
mean? It will
okay.
be different. Do you know what I mean? You're a fan favorite to an old man like me, and I tell people you guys don't understand what Austin did. Austin did. He literally came in, disrespected everybody. He did something so rude that we're never gonna probably see again. People just thinking, oh, yeah, but what did he do? I was like, he taught an A42.5 with openers. He won by, I can't even tell you about how much kilos. Let's forget about that because that's a different story. And then to make the matter worse, he walked away with best lifter.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I said, best lifter. The man refused to take all his third and walked away with best lifter. So can you guys explain that to me? Can anybody can explain that? Because this is what I'm saying. Like, fun enough, I look at the way things are pans out now. Probably you're the only one that can replicate that again, right? But the
yeah.
performance and of course, the performance and the standards are growing. You know what I mean? In terms of like the numbers and the people are getting stronger. So now we're talking about, okay, if you come in with your 6 lifter or 5 lifter, whatever, yeah, you can win your class. But in terms of winning best lifter, it might not happen because, of course,
Mhm.
Joe is 900 and I'm getting close to that. Ade will be close to that. Taylor will be close to that. If we get 900 plus, we're talking like, oh yeah, they might be maybe about 1 GL point or things like that. Do you know what I mean? That's my thoughts around it. But because of what you did there, that's what I'm telling to people. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna see that again. Right? Those
That's
to me,
that's the whole point. It's trying to. I want to. I keep telling. I think I said this on the podcast with Ryan before. So I was like, I want to do things that people haven't done, and I want to be remembered. I want people to be like, do y'all not remember when Austin Perkins back in 2025 only took 5 lifts and then got best lifter? Like, no one's done that since. Like I want people to talk like that. That's like the conversation I want to have is like, oh, this guy was doing crazy things in his time.
but that's what's gonna happen because the thing is like we talk about Gibbs being way ahead of his time in 2018 or 2019 when he was doing 10 times body weight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And even that Sheffield that the council, I think he did that 865 in the gym. If he
Mm-hmm.
brought that on the platform, bro, so these are the things people talk about. And the funny thing is that people talk about a lot of these lifters, like what, even John Hack. He's not in
Mm-hmm.
IPF anymore, but people still talk about John Hack. Even though people have talked to him more than what John Hack has ever done. Look at Jesse Norris. People still
Yep.
talk about Jesse Norris, even though he did his own over like bumper plates or whatever. But still people talk about it. That's the impact for me, whether you like it or not. No matter what weight class you are, no matter what federation you are, Austin Perkins is always going to be talked about. Do you know what I mean? We can't just go past because I know because the thing is that there's these young people, talents happening, and all these people doing wonderful things. But let's not forget what other people have achieved.
That's what I'm saying. I think
Do you know what I mean?
I love to use this because a lot of people used to say this a while ago, but like recency bias is like it's the not the downfall, but the thing that it kills powerlifting. Because everyone's like, oh my gosh, this person just did this, but it's like you can't forget about what this person did.
Yeah,
Like,
because the reality of things, what I see is, I'm not saying what Austin Perkins has done in terms of numbers, no one will be able to beat that because we're just discovering what we're capable of. You know what I
mhm.
mean? I believe a 74 one day will total like 950. So what we're going to talk
This
about?
74. What are you talking about?
Amen. Amen. I think like that when that 950 comes, And then are you gonna forget about the 842 with 5 attempts winning world? We just can't forget about that, right? Look at now, like Boring's team is still 900, but we still can't forget the 842, 841 that Russia into win world with because he won with it. Every time he was doing it, no one was close. Do you know what I mean? No one was even remotely close. So you can't forget about things like that. So yeah, because like this thing, even things like Delaney, like it pains my heart and pisses me off when people don't talk about Delaney when they talk about the 83. You know what this man has done, no one has done that. Twice at Sheffield, podium, 2 times world champion. Who else has done that? No 83 has done that yet. Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, moving on to you, of course, there is, as I said, that performance at World that was so rude. Did it ever happen, or did it ever occur to you when you went home, you went on that flight going home thinking, I should have taken at least 6 lifts or 7 lifts to see what would have total?
No, actually, no, no, because I don't know what it is. I guess I'm just spoiled, but I really don't like competing without Sid. I kind of was just like, I want to go like lift and then just go home. Like, bro, I was on the flight. I was on the first flight out. Like,
I
after,
know,
like I was
literally
gone,
the same day.
and I came in only like 2 days, technically 2 days before. So like I was
And
like, it was like literally I was there for 3 days technically, and I was gone, bro. I was gone. Like I was ready to
so,
come home.
so if Sid was there, would you take in 7 lifts at least or 8?
I definitely would have probably taken 7. I definitely probably would have taken 6 because she definitely would have told me to go out for my third bench and just take it. And I would have been like, all right. And then I don't know about anything else though. I think squat we were fine with and deadlift we were fine with. Um,
But deadlift,
so,
that was because the way that you pull at 325, right?
mhm.
The way that 325 moved, if you put another 30 kilo on top, you would have moved. You know what I mean? That was the moment. I was literally thinking, I was like, what can you just load 30 more kilo on top? Because it's gonna
Bro,
move
like
it.
no, yeah, I was angry because I wanted to bench. I was supposed to bench 200, no, 205 on my second. That was supposed
Mm,
to be my second. I was supposed to go 195 to 205, but Joe told me to change it because he said the press commands were slow, slow. And I was like, all right. Like he was right in the end. I'll give it to him. He was right at the end, but I was still pissed though because I wanted to hit 205.
mm,
And so at that point, I was like, all right, well, I gotta make it up because I was like, I still want to hit 842 and a half, but I was behind by 5 kilos. So I was originally supposed to open up at 320. So I was like, Joe,
oh,
just
don't.
325. I was like, just go 325. And said he was like, I don't know. Like maybe we should go 320 and then just go 325 on the second just because. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like I was pissed, bro. I said it just like that. I was like, no. I was like, I'm pulling 325. He was like, all right, well, let's warm up and we'll hit your last warm up. Um, but then I'll like go change it if I need to, if it's good enough. And I'm like, all right. I'm pissed, bro. Cause I'm like, I had the plan to go 5 for 9. And I was like, nothing standing in the way of this plan of going 5 for 9, hitting 842 and a half. I was like, nothing. And
Mm.
I was like, all right. And I start warming up and I hit like 225 or 220, like my second warm up, whatever. And I was like, bro, just go ahead and change it. I was like, bro, I don't need,
Bro didn't
I
even
was like,
finish.
I don't need to take the last one because he wanted to take 300 as my last warm up, and I was like, because I was just gonna jump from 320, I mean 225 to 320. That was gonna be it. I was just gonna take the plate jump, the red to red jump.
Mm, 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 mm.
But he was like, no, let's just take 305, and then I hit 305, and it moved like 225 was on there, and he was like, all right, I'll go change it. And I'm like, yeah, I told you to go change it, bro. Already. I was already pissed, bro. I was like, I'm gonna pull 325 out there and it's going to move here. Like
Man, that was.
it was just that anger flowing through me. But after that day, I definitely could have pulled 350 plus.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, oh, come on, mate. I mean, I'm not gonna be arrogant, but I'm a 350 plus puller now. I can say that. I know how you feel. I know when you look at 325, when someone moves it, you know, yes, he has 30 kilo more on that. Do you know what I mean? Or at least 27 more kilos. You know what I mean? You can
Yeah,
tell, you know what I mean? And
it
plus
would
you
have
didn't
went.
go all out on your squat and the bench press, whatever happened in the bench press, you didn't even go all out on the bench as well. You know what I mean? You had a third there. So that means you had a lot of energy in the tank. Do you know what I mean?
No,
To
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
So I think that like if we would have kept going today, it would have been 325 to we might have meant 325 to 340 and then 340 to 350. It would have been
Yeah.
something like that. Those would have been the jumps. It would have been something to show
That's
like the
that's
1510. 1510 is nice.
that's still ridiculous. Because the thing is, like, when you think about it, right, you total A20, A42.5 until Lithuania last year, that was the world record for the A3. And you did it
Mm-hmm.
in 5. This is what I'm saying. Like, what you did, people don't realize how ridiculous it was. You did it in 5 lift.
Mm-hmm.
If that never happened, if Russ was not around, and of course, the madness added did and Joe Boren's team, bro, that's you hitting the 80. How many? Look, internationally, in America, I know you guys got a literally a blessing of a talent pool in America, right? Even that blessing talent pool in America in the 83, when you think about it, you don't have 10 that can do 840 plus. Do you know what I mean? You
Mm-hmm.
probably have 5 people that can do that, 5 or 6 people that can do that, right? But when you go internationally, the rest of the world, how many 83 in the world can do 840? How many? There's two.
I was about to say too, yeah, you and Ade, right?
Just
That's
me
it.
and Ade.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Of course, I mean, if we can't team, we can count team because he did A45
Oh
as well
yeah.
in New Zealand. So there's only 3 of us that can do that. Even the great Big Gibbs didn't do that. Shout out to Great Big Gibbs. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I mean
So,
that's definitely crazy to think about too.
you know,
But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just you guys just gotten so y'all got so much stronger so fast. And I was like, and then for me, it was
I,
kind of like I didn't need to go out for word all out for words. That's another thing that like people are like, oh well, he hasn't really PR'd since he hit 851. It's like, well, I haven't had to, except for once. And the one time that I did it, I was hurt. So
bro, you saying it didn't. Anyone that says that is no power lifter and doesn't not understand nothing about strength. 842 5 lift. How can you come and tell me it has no PR since the 850? What, 842 5 lift was 851? Do you know what I mean? That's one deadlift. Literally one deadlift. And knowing you, the way you score probably is one squat. Literally. One deadlift for people like us that don't have a strong score, but anyone else like you, it's just one squat 10. Because you won what? 315, you smoked it. If you add another 10 kilo on that 315, that's it. That's done. Do you know what I mean? Literally, that's not me blowing smoke up your ass, but that's a fact. That's a reality of things.
oh
People
yeah,
just
yeah.
to, you know,
I understand. You know, I understand. I get
no,
it.
of course, of
It's
course.
just
People just talking
people
because
can't add.
they
People
want
can't do
clicks.
basic math.
Bro, it's just crazy. But anyway, so now, of course, you didn't do the World Games. Let's talk about the World Games a little bit because I
Um,
have to talk about the World Game, bro.
bro,
I know.
you made me feel so bad seeing it. I was
Oh,
like,
you
yeah,
had
man.
to, bro. You had to. You and Taylor and anyone else like Bob. I was sending literally like stories to Bob. You know what I mean? Myself, Bob goes like, please keep on sending them because this is actually pissing me off the more I'm looking at it. I was like, yes, please be pissed off, bro. Be pissed off. Because the reality is what I'm gonna say, and what I'm gonna say about that. In America, I can only compare it to when there is like NBA or NFL, when the
Mhm.
players are leaving their hotel, they're going to the venue. They're in coaches and there's a motorcade and the streets are blocked because the superstars are passing through. That's the exact same thing in
Mhm.
China. Do you know what I mean? That's the exact same thing. At one point, I had to stop and think, is this real? Why is
Mhm.
the motorway, you guys call it freeway, why is it closed? Oh, because the athletes are coming through. I was like, what? What you mean the athlete? You mean us? Oh, yes. I was like, it's just mad. I even got a video on the road. You see the police stopping traffic in junctions because the buses they have to go through. It was mad. And then I think Christian said it better than me. We felt like we're earning like $50,000 a week. That's how it felt like, right? So for me, I think again, I think I've said this. I was trying to corner Keller to have a conversation with him, but yeah, he skipped it. He said to me, "Oh, I'm so busy. Can we do that tomorrow?" I was tomorrow when I came in. He was sitting in the official chair. I couldn't speak to him. I was like, "You guys rob an experience to people. You did rob that. You did rob that experience to people because first of all, the additional fees that you add is bullshit. Your federation is big enough for you guys at least to cover the flight. Do you know what I mean? So you guys could have done that. So why didn't you do it? So to me, I think it's not the World Games perks. It was not so much about, yeah, fair enough. I had a tremendous experience, performance in terms of what happened, especially in that quick turnaround after just World for me to go and do what I did. It was amazing. But again, at the same time, bro, I did it with 5 men flight. 5 men flight. And the
I'm
funny
sorry.
thing, because the experience was so amazing, I didn't even feel the 5 men flight because it was just fun. Everything was just fun. So my question is like, you watch it from home. How did you feel watching it from the other side?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I wish I could have gone because I didn't go because of Amara. So I mean, I have
Mm-hmm.
like if it wouldn't have been for her, maybe I still would have went, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But no, it did look like next time I definitely probably will go though. I don't know how it better be the same in Germany. If it's any different, I'm gonna be mad. I'm blaming you.
Bro,
Blaming you.
In Germany, unfortunately, you see that place that we went in Germany, that Chemnitz City?
Is it? Please tell me
I
it's
mean,
not.
no, no, it's same place. But if you look at the city where the World Games is gonna be, it's almost like it's the same place, but just a little bit amplified, just a little bit better more. Right? But it's not gonna be changed, bro. It can't be changed, dude. It can't. Because in 2029 World, I'm gonna go and qualify for the next World Games, but I'm not gonna kill myself. If I don't qualify, I'll say, you guys go enjoy Germany. It's Europe, mate. I'm in European. I know how it feels. I've said it to many people. I was like, you guys, I'm still gonna grease you guys because look, all I'm saying, perks, because I have faith for you to win Sheffield. I really do. Because I think you are in a position where you can win Sheffield. If the day turn out to be the day to turn out well for you, the strength is there, the potential is there, you can win Sheffield. And if you do that and you win the world games, that's a grand slam. Me, I'm the only lifter in history that is left to do a grand slam. All right. And the only thing I have left is Sheffield. If I win Sheffield, I will just drop my belt. I'm done. So you guys bet win Sheffield this year. You better not let me win Sheffield this year. If it happens, right? Oh my God. I'm gonna adopt your daughter, all right? I'm gonna tell Sid, you know what? I got a spare room. Just stay here. Don't go to America anymore. Because he needs to go and train, right? Let him go and train for 4 years until it happens. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that'd be
So
great.
but it's one of them ones I always say, like, it's a great honor, it's a great opportunity. If it's given, go and do it. It's good for a legacy, it's good for everything you're doing as Austin Perkins. Because I know people probably will sit there and think some people around are coming for you, or some people and some other, because again, you're so strong where people don't even compare you to your weight class anymore. People compare you to other people that are bigger than you, way bigger than you, people that 10 kilo heavier than you, people that 20 kilo heavier than you. Do you know what I mean? That's how good you are. And to me, it's an honor. I take it as an honor if people do that because it means you're doing something right, right?
Mm.
Whether people are your fans or not your fans, but they start comparing to the 83s, they start comparing to the 93s, bro. I mean, what you total in, if you were 9 for 9 in Germany, let's just say you go 9 for 9 in Germany, you hit like, let's say, 875, 880, right? Bro, that number 2 years ago, that was just 93 totals. Do you know what I mean?
I
This
know, bro.
thing,
I know. That's why I need it. Look, all I'm gonna say is like I guess only 183 has hit it, but I'm going away because like you said, bro. Only like how many 93s have went over 900?
Bro, it's only, I mean, internationally, it's only Gustav,
Emil.
Emil, Ross now has done it, and Kaiko. That's it. I mean, even Kaiko hasn't done it internationally.
Oh
Kaiko
no,
did it
which
in
was
the
Gavin.
US.
Gavin did it
Yeah,
international.
Gavin did that in APF. So when we think about it, Gavin has done it, Emil, Gustav, and Russ, four. But if we can't, of course, the local meet, and then we'll put Kaiko in there, we'll put I think who the Petrie 902, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Petrie
yeah,
did
yeah.
it, and the other guy is it Dominic, I think Domo did 900. So we're not going, he hasn't gone 900 over 900.
No, yeah, it's only a handful. So it's crazy that like that's what I'm
Mm.
aiming for. And I mean, like, I don't know if it's gonna be there or not. Like I've already accepted if it's there, it's there. If it's not there, it's not there. But I still think doing it, like, even if I did it over 74, but did it under 83, I still think it would be good too. You
Oh,
know.
but it was still gonna be legitimate because Russ hit 918, 91.8 kilo body weight. People still calling him 10 times body weight, which is
Mhm.
rightfully so. Do you know what I mean? He weighting 991.8 and it go 918. That is 10 times body weight. Do you know what I mean? He's 10 times body weight. So no matter how when you hit it, it's still a number. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy to me to think 74, they used to chase 700 kilos. And now you're chasing 900, right?
No, yeah. Yeah, I think I try to explain that too to people. I'm like, that is true. There's only been like 574s that have hit over 800. Because it's Ilya, Elliot, me, Shell, Taylor. Yeah, so five. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's you counting locals. I don't count locals, me. I'm sorry. I don't. Do you know what I mean? Look at what
Oh,
happened to
two
me
then.
in Bob.
Oh
Look
yeah.
what happened in 2023. I did 820 in the UK here, 820, right? I went to World in Malta. All I needed is 815 to win World. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not do it, brother. It hurt me until today. I'm still in pain. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Just imagine you hit 820, you go to the other camp, you don't need to do 820 more. You only need like 815, 5 kilo less. I couldn't do it. I'm not saying like everybody else are like me, but that's a fact. That's what you call competition. That's what you call sports. You know?
mhm.
Look at my good friend Taylor Howard. He hit what 876 in the US in APF. 900, that's what we were expecting, but he did 866. I'm not saying Taylor couldn't do it. No, he can do it, but sometimes the circumstances are different. So when we
Oh,
talk about these things, we
it is
need to
different.
cater that. Do you know what I mean? So at the moment, like, yeah, you've done over 800 internationally, right? Elliot Sykes done 815. And of course, there's the um Shell. Shell did A15 as well, isn't it?
Yeah, 815. And then Ilya did 820.
But where did he do that 820 though? When did he do the 820? Was it in
I don't
Russia?
know. I don't know. No, it wasn't Russia. It wasn't Russia. It was somewhere else. It wasn't Russia though.
Earlier you're talking about the Russian kid, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about the Russian kid.
What did he hear at the juniors, the university? Because he did
He only
Asian.
hit he didn't hit 820. He hit something less than that there.
I think he 820 because Elliot Sykes spoke about it. I think he did 820 in a different meet. It was not an international meet. It was in
Mm.
Russia. There was a meet in Russia. They
Oh
did
no,
that.
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right. You're right.
yeah. I think he pulled out 350 or something like that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? That's a strong kid. Jesus Christ, you people. You're talking about 83. Look at you lot. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they
If
got they
you've
got they got
if
crazy squats and crazy deadlifts. Their benches just aren't that close to mine right now. They'll get closer eventually, but I mean,
yeah, yeah. And
no,
the
I
kid in
want to
Russia,
I want to bench a world record so bad. That's what I want to do before I retire. Bench a world record. It probably won't ever happen. It probably won't ever happen. But I
what is it? 215.
Yeah, 215.
Oh, that's from the guy from the Asian guy, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
fam,
he's
yeah.
and he's still getting strong.
I've seen him bench 220 something. This is how common he benches 220. He posted on the story. That's how you know you just keep doing it. When you don't even want to have it on the feed to leave it there, and you just
Hold on.
keep posting
He
on the
benched
story,
220, just put in the story.
just puts on the story.
Ah, that's fine, but I'm not putting my 185 on the on the feed anymore. Me benching
Bro,
185 for a double, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, that's a lot.
that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm over here bragging about
Oh,
benching 182 and a half, and bro's benched 220 more times than I've benched 200.
bro, that's crazy. That is crazy. So, in terms of like training Austin now, how is it going? How are you feeling? Because I know you're prepping for the Advantage meet that's coming up. So, what's the plan here? Are we going there as a 74? Are we going there for slightly heavy to just hit as much as I can? You get that GO up and then win the bag and go home?
So to be honest, I don't want to. It's not like a
You don't need to talk about
no, no,
numbers.
no, 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 no. It's not numbers. I'm thinking about which angle I want to take because I haven't really thought about it on it. I would say that um trainings is going really well. Like I feel the strongest I've ever felt. Squats are feeling automatic. I haven't felt automatic on squats since before I hit 851. Bench, I'm super consistent now, and I'm feeling very strong on that. Like the strongest I've ever felt on bench. And I'm not even the heaviest I usually am in training either. So I'm at like a very close weight. Like I could make it on a water cut or just a good cut. I wouldn't have to do like both or something. And then deadlifts have just been they've been deadlifts. They've been feeling consistent and good, not just over the top like the other two, but I feel good on it. But then for advances, dude, I'm just going in just trying to see what I can do. And it's gonna be my first meet as a dad. So
Mm.
I'm excited to see how that's gonna flow. It's going to be, I guess I'll throw some news out. Sid's gonna be my head coach for that meet and for Sheffield.
No way.
Yeah.
So who's gonna hold the baby at Sheffield?
Not you. Sid's gonna keep her on the whole time too.
No way. Oh, look, that's me failing my squat. That's it. I'm gonna fail my score by the time. But I'm holding a bar, right? By the time we like the bar is loaded, I'll be like, oh shit, 10 seconds. Let me go.
No, my mom's gonna be there. She's gonna come. She came last year.
Mm.
Her and my stepdad, but they're gonna come again this year because my stepdad's actually from Sheffield.
Oh,
So
nice.
his
Okay.
family lives like right outside of Sheffield.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
But yeah, so Sid's gonna be my head coach. My best friend from college, Rob, is gonna be my assistant coach. I'm not like dropping Joe or anything. It's just that Keenan's gonna be there as well. So he'll have two athletes. So I
Mm.
told him I'd rather it not come down to him to like pick anything. Like say like it's super close. And like he needs to outpull me or whatever. I don't want to resent him for putting in that number and like not putting in a good enough number for me or something. So I just rather just take that all away from like he'll be programming me into it and everything. And like maybe at the beginning of the comp, he can give Sid and Rob maybe a few like things, but I
Mm.
want to keep him like he can celebrate with us after and everything, but I want to have that line there because I refuse to have another Amanda Daniela thing happen where we have the same coach and he puts on one number and then outpulls the other person. Yeah, bro. Like I was like, I'd rather that just not happen because I would definitely like me personally, I probably would resent you a little bit for it.
Mm.
But
I
if it
mean,
comes down to it, and then like my wife does it, I'm not gonna resent her because I know she still have my best interest at heart. I know Joe always has my best interest at heart, but deep down it's kind of like that. I mean, like maybe you could have put on like a few more kilos for me, or like dang, like wish you would have like not pushed him that much, or maybe like I don't know, like it's just something I'd rather just not have to worry about at all, or not have a thought in my head because I don't want to think badly of anyone. Um uh
plus as well, right? Plus as well, it's the moment you're sharing with your wife.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I still, yeah,
You
it's
know what
gonna
I
be
mean?
great to have
You know
like
what I mean?
Sid back there, especially since she wasn't at World. So having her back there now, and Sid's really good at calling my numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. Like I think she's never missed a call when she's been in a crowd or something like that when she calls numbers. But No, yeah, I'm super excited for that. I think that's what I'm more excited for than Sheffield. I think I told her that too, that I'm ready for her to handle me. Like,
That's
cause she
scary because that's
she's
scary
never
because
handled me before.
all I'm seeing is a 9 for 9 Austin. That means some of us, the hopes are just fading. But anyway, yeah, we'll try. I think you know what? If you're gonna get Sid, I might just get Lyle, my son, to handle me. That would trump Sid. Because Sid will be like Sid, because before Sid write your number, Sid will be looking at Lyle looking so cute there. Instead of writing 325, she'll be like 312.5.
This man trying to bring a distraction, bro. Oh my God.
Yeah, I just bring my little one there. I was like, you do the number. Oh, mate, that's amazing. Look, great
Yeah,
news
so
in
I
terms
can't wait
of
for advances too. I guess that's like the most thing I'm like excited about. Like I'm not really taking that. I'm not really like I'm expecting to go in and try to win, but I'm not expecting to just go balls to walls. I'm not like going to try to like I'm not going to go out there and try to total 900 right now because I have Sheffield coming up. I'm going to be realistic. Like I love advances. Going to be a good competition. I can't wait to compete there. But I mean, I
you
think
do
I
what
got
you
to
need to do.
yeah, I got a meet that's coming up right after, so I can't go hard twice. So like I'll still go hard, and I still plan to win, and I still plan to hit a good total, but
Because
I won't be like I won't go RP 10. I'll go RP 9. I'll say that
that's I mean, because I'm going silent work on the 25th.
of October.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, like, of course, I'm gonna go just stitch heavy than being 83. But I'm
Yeah.
not going there to go all out like other people. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that. But I'll hit some good numbers.
Yeah.
Some numbers to other people, it might be an RPE 10 or 9. But to me, it's gonna at the moment, the strength level I am right now, those numbers that we are planning to hit there, they have to be 8, 8.5. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because I'm much, much stronger now. So it's almost like go there. You need to do what you need to do. Have fun first. You know, and
Mhm.
unfortunately, me, I can't talk about winning because I'm gonna might be going up against Agatha on GL point. So
Oh, they're doing men and women together, huh?
yeah, which
I hate
which is
competitions like that. I hate competitions like that. I'm sorry,
that's
bro.
what. But,
I'm sorry
but
for you.
this is the lineup. There's Agatha, there's Tiff, there's Leia, and of course there's Chiara Bernardi from Italy. So these four women, they're all like 123, 124, 125. Agatha is 130 jail point. Do you know what I mean? How is that fair? I was literally telling them, I'm thinking, guys, I'm not even thinking not to come. What's the, you know, but the only reason because I love the me because the way they run it is so fun. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
it looks
place
really
that
nice.
is just, yeah,
If I had to pick like another competition to do, like outside that wasn't around like a Worlds or Sheffield, and I had to do a
mm.
random one, I would do a silent worker. That meet looks it looks fun.
I think what will probably my suggestion would be is probably next year or maybe even the year after when Amara got a little bit older, when she's like a year and a half, two. You know, travel to Europe, France, or whatever after World. If you go to World, you're gonna come to Europe. Bring them. We've said, let's go to Paris. Do silent work as fun, bro. And
Yeah.
plus you're in
Yeah.
Paris, bro.
After December 26th, we'll definitely be able to do that a lot more. She'll be done with school. So we won't have to like
Yeah,
because usually that's what it is like for in the back half of like for Sheffield. It's kind of like we have to get back fast because she has to go back
school.
to she's in school already. But
Mm,
then this year's we could have stayed because she's not working. So we could have stayed a little bit longer afterwards when she was pregnant. So this will be in the year
mm.
where it was like because the year before then when we went to World, she was working and she had to get back to work. So like now it's like after December, she'll be only
Mm.
working, but she can pick her shifts and she can take off whenever.
Nice,
She'll be in
nice.
nursing. So then we can spend like we can go and travel after. And that's something I'm definitely
That's
looking
that's
forward
that's December 2026.
to.
So basically after the second Sheffield.
Yeah.
Because let's not forget, Seed's gonna handle you in January. So who's gonna handle you in December?
I mean, we'll see whenever after Worlds.
If Keenan makes it again, Seed handle
Yeah.
you again.
Yeah. If Keenan happens, if it happens again, Sid will have to handle me again. Yeah. I mean,
That would be too shit. That's history right here. being
But
handled by your wife.
if she does too good though, she might take Joe's spot. So
Ooh. She's just gonna tell Joe, you write the programs, and I will make sure I take care of the comps.
and then I have to start paying Sid too. Dang it.
Yeah, I know, 15%, bro. But when it comes to wife, it's not 15%, 75%, bro.
25, she's like 50%. And I
Bro,
don't know.
no, 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 bro, 25, 75, bro. Bro, every single bonuses or whatever I win, and when I come home, bro, I only use 25% of that. The 75%, where it goes, I don't know, bro. Don't see it. Don't see it, bro. Don't see it. All I get is like, why am I not buying a new place in the gym? I was like, okay, you left me here for a week. You went to compete abroad to have fun with your mate, and then you're coming here asking me for a check. Please don't disturb me. I need to go and do my nails. Oh, it's life. So yeah,
Oh
so
yeah, I love that.
who's
Go ahead.
handling you? As Avankas, mate. Who's handling you?
Sid's gonna be there. Joe's gonna be the assistant coach.
Oh, nice, nice. So that's the first outing and the big ones, isn't it? To just get
Yeah.
used to it and all of that. Oh,
She said
nice one, nice one.
she can take everything. She'll call numbers and stuff like that. And like it'll be similar, but not the same on calling the final
Mm,
deadlift. Be like,
mm.
all right, let's make sure we get a good placement, or if we can shoot for
You
first, we shoot for first. And
you're not gonna wear only one, are you?
the who?
That only one singlet that you wore in Germany.
Oh,
You're not
I
gonna wear
am.
that.
I'm gonna wear the black and red one.
Oh, nice, nice. I thought you were gonna wear the USA one. I'm thinking, Jesus Christ.
I'm wearing
You
that one
know,
in Sheffield, but no,
I
no,
mean,
I
of
want
course,
to.
that's it. That's an international one. You know, it's
Yeah,
fine
yeah,
because
yeah.
the thing is that how do you feel about people that wear their national singlet in the local meet?
In a local meet,
Yeah.
let's not talk about that.
Okay, let's move on.
Let's not talk. I mean, I don't feel. I'm not saying it's terrible because I feel like it's the market's saturated now. I feel like it's over with now. Like I don't know if it's true about like you can't sell your singlet or give your singlet away to someone or something like that. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if it's true.
when because we're sponsored, if you do that, your contract is done.
Okay, yeah, I haven't done
Yeah.
it. Um, um,
But
but
we got some spicy offers online, you know.
yeah,
I
oh
get
yeah,
offered. I got the 800 euros. The last one I got, I think, was a one and a half.
yeah. I have to like for the USA full link. That one's gotta be like people gotta want like they'll give
Yeah,
some money for that. They'll get some
I
money
know,
for
I know. Some good offers, but you know,
I
no
have
way.
it. I have it, and a junior has it, and that's the oh, those are the only two ones.
Oh, you mean what's his name? Oh, what's the
Jack.
kid? Jack. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jack. Yeah, yeah. That one is literally like I don't think they've made many of them. So you request them to make you another one for Sheffield.
Yes, I told me and Peter already had that conversation. Yeah, it's I'm getting a full length one, but I gotta like bring or maybe they'll give me one to take back. The show when we take pictures, I don't want to wear the full length when we take pictures. It wouldn't look right. It wouldn't look right.
Bro,
Nah.
you look like a mantis, bro. Jesus Christ. Just imagine you in the full left cyclet. Oh, come on.
No, so I'm taking pictures in the regular singlet. I can't. No, no, no,
You
no.
look like Superman, but you forget that Superman doesn't wear.
Um,
Oh, that would be cool. Oh, actually, you're giving me an idea now. Probably I might request it for length for GB. Am
yeah,
I?
the full length is nice. I haven't worn the full length with powerlifting sleeves yet though.
Uh, all I'm gonna say is it's hard to put those sleeves on a full length. I've done that because I got the red and the black and red one.
Mhm.
Oh man, fun enough because what my one of my legs bigger than the other. That's why my sleeves literally my sleeve my sleeves like sometimes one of them is a extra small, the other one is small. You know what I mean? I
Mm,
have to if I get a small like because I normally use smalls, right? Even for comp or anything. So after a few use, they loosen up a little bit and then I use them. But on the full
mhm.
length one to put the powerlifting one is tough.
Yeah.
It's
No,
tough.
yeah,
It's tough.
it was okay because I wear the regular ones to world. That's another thing people don't know at Worlds. I didn't even wear the tight
I saw,
sleeves.
yeah,
I wear the
you wore
basic one.
the blue one, isn't it?
Yeah, I might as well be squatting freaking sleeveless.
And those
Like
are my favorite sleeves, by the way. Those blue
really.
one, I love those ones because, but unfortunately, SPZ doesn't do them anymore. So if you have them, you're lucky.
Yes, they do.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You know how many times I've asked those blue ones? They've told me we don't do them. Oh,
When's the last
oh,
time you asked? When's the last time you asked?
oh, yeah, because they only released them in America with the singlet, the one with the blue and red and white singlet. Here,
Mhm.
they didn't release it here.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. That
I
makes
probably,
well. Look, I'll ask for them, and then you
yeah,
tell me what
please.
size you want, and then I'll send them to you.
Yeah, on that one is a regular one, right?
Yeah, the regular one.
Extra small.
Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. See, we were talking about this the other day. Sid trying to put on sleeves, and I was like, bro, Jurins wears these size sleeves. And she's like, what?
Yeah. On the normal one, I make extra small. On the powerlifting one, I'm small. When I
I'm
say
a
that to
small,
people,
I'm a small in the powerlifting ones too, but I'm not gonna lie, since I haven't been wearing them for the past
yeah,
6 weeks, and now I've
yeah,
just started wearing them, they're like, bro, they're so
they're
tight.
tough. Yeah,
They're
they're
so,
tough. Yeah, it's like
oh,
you need to get a few use on that, or just ask the medium one, and then you switch back. You know,
yeah,
I'm
I
sure
guess.
that I mean, again, as I said, there's level into this one. I mean, the level you are, you can get pretty much anything you want, isn't it? So,
But he got attitude. I'm not gonna keep it. Oh my God.
yeah.
No, you're a
Um,
level. You remember you're in a tax bracket higher than me, bro. You got a Nike video, bro. You had to
no, bro.
love me, bro. It's there.
The Nike BM was trying just to complete that diversity and inclusion bracket, bro.
Listen, you don't know how many times my grandparents have come to me and asked me, "Oh, when are you going to be sponsored by Nike?" I'm like, and my granddad knows me by name. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I saw Jurins on another Nike thing. When
Yep,
is it gonna be you?" I'm like,
he's checking. Your granddad is everywhere. I know. I know. But that Nike thing, my old man literally that, especially the shoot I did with them, he made he printed a pic those one of those pictures. He blew it up in his house. Oh, when I was like, what the fuck have you done? I was like, because I don't know if I'm gonna see this again. Do you know what I mean? I was like, okay. To me, it was just a shoe. I was like, no, no, to use a shoe. To me, I made it. I was like, what do you mean you made it? I made it, not you. He was like, no, 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 no. I'm proud. I've raised a son. That is in the picture of Nike. So I made it. I was like, oh, brilliant, brilliant.
"Yeah,
So in terms of course, Avankis is coming, as you said. We're not going to talk about the numbers because there's no point. They're just going to go there and win. One thing I've heard a lot of people been saying, even like in podcasts I've heard, is they don't know where your squat is. You're not showing
mm.
much. What's been happening? Are you been training in that low frequency or what's happening? Or
Oh
you
yeah."
just don't
So
want to
yeah,
post?
I was just so the past 6 weeks has been the six times a week SBD. So we weren't going hard anyway because we didn't know how recovery was going to be outside of the gym. We didn't know how much I was going to be sleeping because newborn and
Mm.
stuff like that. So yeah, squat's been chilling. I mean, I was squatting every day, but now I don't think people notice this because I haven't like showed squat training like that in a while. But this is definitely the heaviest I've opened up. Like I've started a block with. Like my week one was 260.
Okay.
No, 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 no. My week two is 260, I'm pretty sure. Um, and I'm doing triples. Usually, like, yeah, because it would have been different. It was 260 for my doubles last time when I was going in the worlds, I think, or Sheffield or something like that. But no, yeah, now I've hit 260 for a triple, and that was super easy, and that was the easiest 260 ever moved. Um, I think next week I want to say I have like 275 for a triple. And then after that, it just goes crazy because I know my last week I always jump 15, and I'll have 2 more weeks. So I don't know, bro. I think I might triple like 310 to 315 again
Before Avankis.
before advances. I think that's gonna be where we end at. And then we'll just because we don't after worlds, we figured out we just don't taper anymore. We just train in the comp. So technically that 305 to 310 or 315 will be like my week before my last week of the block, and my last week of the block would line up to the day I competed advances. So essentially, I would be hitting like 325 to 330 for a triple.
Wow. Jesus.
So
But that day, you're just going to do a single.
yeah, that I'm just gonna do a single. So we'll see. We'll see what I hit. We'll see what I hit. I won't speak on it too much, but
It's crazy because it, it I can't even say it because it's almost like unbelievable. You can hit 330, 340 squats.
oh, I know. I know for a fact that if you let me squat right, if you took me into the gym right now, after if you give me some food first, because I haven't eaten a little bit, give me a few snacks. I probably could squat 340 right now. Like I feel confident for 340 right now. I would probably go 320 to 320 to 340. I would take that jump. That's how confident I am.
That's crazy. So basically, you can squat your deadlift.
Yeah. I probably can out squat my deadlift right now.
That's crazy. That is, and people are there thinking it's just normal. It's not
No,
normal.
no, yeah, I don't know. I'm super confident right now. Like it's so crazy how good I feel right now. It's like I haven't felt this good in a while. And it's crazy to think that I feel this good when I'm like waking up at twice a night to help with the baby. Like
That's strength, bro.
if you would have dad strength, if you would have asked me 2 years ago, if like, oh, you're waking up twice in the middle of the night and it's kind of hard for you to go to sleep some nights, would you feel like you would be stronger at that time? I'd be like, hell no. But now I'm like, bro, I'm on a wave. It's just like I
Bro,
have to get
is that strength? Look at Taylor, bro. What do you
yeah.
think, Taylor? What do you think? I know people talking about, oh yeah, Taylor's just gone way class up, but people forgetting that strength exists. This man has got 2 kids at home and a wife and a job he need to provide. And then he's spending those 2 hours or 2.5 hours he's sacrificing to go to the gym. Bro, all of us, bro. You know what I mean?
People
People
don't
think
realize
it's a
that gives
joke.
you strength, bro. That gives you strength.
Bro,
Like
you
it
watch,
doesn't take away.
bro, you watch what Jesus is gonna do next. Watch what Jesus is gonna do next. And even Ashton, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now Ash is lifting for with a purpose, bro. Well, no, anyway, I just can't wait to see you what you do in the next meet. But again, of course, Sheffield will come around really quick in terms of the African advantages. So I think that's October and Sheffield's in January. So that's very quick. So yeah, the other question, yeah, I put a Q&A on.
Oh yeah, let me look at mine too. We hit on a few of mine already, so
Yeah, me too. Like pretty much like that's. I was looking at my phone while we are talking. Please, I'll go about what. I did get about 85 questions, and I did try to summarize them and block them. So yeah, some of them is like a lot of them is
I got
around.
like 10.
Uh-huh.
I got like 10 of them. You got 80?
Because what I did is I did on our page and then I share it on my page as well, and I share on the boys share on their page. So yeah, across. I mean, so let's say there's a lot of questions that came in around Elliot site. A lot of them. I'm talking about maybe 15 or
Mhm.
maybe 20. The exact same question people are asking, what do you think about Elliot Sachs? In terms of like now, is he a 15? And of course, he has the right to talk his shit. And the young man has been talking his shit. And you probably haven't listened to the podcast yet. Um, so I did try because I know I was doing a podcast with you today, and then on my way to work, coming home, I did try to listen to the first 10 minutes or so, but I didn't finish it yet. But yeah, of course, you understand that the confidence is there because he's done the number, and then you understand as well. I mean, of course, you are the man to beat. People were always gonna come
They're always
for
gonna take a
you.
shot. They're always gonna try to
Do you know
pull
what I
you
mean?
down.
You know what I mean? It's normal. It's not. It's the same thing when Taylor was at the top. When you came in, you just go for the big dog. And then
No, yeah,
he's
I did.
coming.
I will say I did the same thing with Taylor because I was like, I guess the next guy up. When you're the next guy up, um, then I guess that's like, of course, you start taking picks at that guy because you want, like, it's just like fights, like you want that shot. You want to try to go out and get what you can. But I mean, I want to say it's like me and Taylor, but when Taylor hit, whenever it was like oh my God, next nationals, we're gonna see him compete against each other. Um, the totals going in, the qualifying totals were 815 from Taylor and 800 to me. You know
Mm.
what people called me whenever I said I was gonna beat Taylor at nationals? Delusional.
With
With
15
just
kilos.
with 15 kilos. All right, now do the
Wow.
math on that. Now do the math on 842 and a half with only 5 attempts and then 815. If you think that's close, then you think it's close, bro. But I'm just need you to go back to freaking grade school and learn how to do math again. Because
Bro,
apparently,
the thing is like you're asking that question to an elite powerlifter like yourself, like me, right? And I'll tell you, it's not even close. Do you know what I mean? Bro, to me, right, when people call you delusional with Taylor, of that 15 kilo with Taylor, I was sitting there and thinking, look, I wouldn't call you delusional, but I would say to you, nah, bro. I wouldn't
yeah.
bet my house on it. I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I will tell you, he's still 15 kilo ahead. And you and I know how much that 15 kilo takes for you to load it on the bench press, on the squat, on the deadlift after a long day. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I would say. But in terms of like seeing close, nah, bro.
No, I
Nah.
mean, like, like I get the confidence, and he has the confidence, and I love that he has the confidence. But like we keep saying, bro, it's different, different levels to it. Like, you know me, I'll talk vocally about this all the time. I don't understand why juniors that only compete at junior meets take shots at open lifters. That's what doesn't make sense to me. Because it's like, yes, you are stronger than the average person in your weight class by all means. I'm not saying that. I'm not calling you weak. I'm not saying you're not strong. I'm not saying you're not strong enough. But I mean, you haven't competed against anyone. You haven't competed against Ilya. You have to compete against someone that's like at least close to your strength, you know? Like you did go against that guy at junior nationals or whatever, but like y'all weren't that close. You hit 800. I think his total was like 770. That's like a 25 kilos. Okay. Like 20, 25 kilos. Okay. Like, and you want to say your 800 was easy too. So,
Yeah, but
okay.
you don't have to think about your attempt. You miss one, you're still gonna win. Do you know what I mean? 25 kilos is a lot to cover. Do you know what I mean? Unless you have a tremendous pull that is like a 400 deadlift when your other competitor has to go 350 or 370. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of weight to cover because again, the reality of thing, what you said, I like the confidence the juniors have. I like the work they're putting in. But the reality is most of them at that top level, there is no competition. There's not. Yes, the past juniors that just went, we saw some competition in terms of like the 120s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Between Joshua and Joseph, there was competition. And the 105, of course, Reagan and Nathaniel, we can see
Mhm.
competition there. But when we go to the 74, no, there was no competition there. You know, I mean, Elliot could have get one squat, he would have won.
Like, and I heard someone told me that he said, because I've listened to the podcast, like you said, someone said that he didn't feel like I was like battle tested or be able to hold up being battle tested because I haven't had it like competition. Bro, I just competed. Shell's freaking total was 815. That was his highest total coming in the worlds that year. Like, and then because he hit 815 at the Arnold. And then he came in
Mm,
the world. He hit 815 again, but he only hit it on like 7 attempts or something because he missed like two or
yeah.
three attempts like that. So even at that point, he was still like at that 815. So if you still want to call it close then, but no, you want to call it close now, then you had to call it close then, but no one was calling it close then either.
Yeah, but the narrative, isn't it? The goalpost
But
changes. Do you know what I mean? But the other thing as well, like you went up against Shell. This is Shell we're talking about. This is Shell we're talking about.
this
And
is multiple time world champion Raw
bro,
and Equip. He didn't win Sheffield. He hadn't won Sheffield at that point, but he's won Sheffield now. He's won World Games a whole bunch of times. Well, like this is a
bro,
time,
if
bro.
we talk about accolade, forget about the performance. We talk about accolade. He's the best powerlifter in the male side in history. Do you know what I mean? This is the even like I was sitting like he was sitting on my left at the World Games. I was looking at him. I was just like, people don't understand. This is Shell. Do you know what I mean? This is not someone that came out your commercial gym yesterday thinking, oh yeah, I'm the strongest this, I'm the strongest that, and start lifting yesterday. This is Shell. When he was lifting, me and you didn't even hold a barbell.
Bro, I don't even know if I was alive when he was when
Bro,
he started
bro.
powerlifting. I don't even know if I was alive.
Brother. So the thing is, like, I did, yeah, again, like, as I said, the 10 minutes I listened to earlier, of course, the confidence there, and I'm hearing him talking by himself. And one of the things I really like about when he spoke about, of course, backing himself up, sorting himself mentally, where he's in a very good mental state, which is great. It's fantastic to hear that when someone is saying like, "Oh, I was in a bad place, now I'm in a good place," is really good. And in terms of like competition is always there. You know, I mean, the numbers you set, someone will always gonna come and break those numbers. So I mean, you know, in terms of like, you wanna be my numbers, but it doesn't mean you're better than that person, right? Because all of us have totaled more than Russ as an 83, but no 83, even now, is better than Russ
Mhm.
because of who he is for what he's done. Do you know what I mean? We can't compare that. Your strength level can't just be the only tool you have. You know, you have to have everything around you because what you've done in the 74, you and Taylor, I mean, let me just go to Taylor. What Taylor did in the 74 was he paved the way, make you, all of you capable, believe in yourself to be able to do. With that A38 that, of course, people talk about now, I mean, of course, now that you're thinking about 900, but bro, if that A38 was not done, you guys are the 74s now, you'd be thinking, if you're on A20, A15, you'd be like, oh my God, A50 is a long way, you know? And please, that the mental barrier by you thinking about your body weight as well, thinking, I'm only a 74 kilo. How the fuck am I going to total 850? Do you know what I mean? And suddenly he total 838 and thinking, oh, shit. So that means I can do 10 kilo more, 20 kilo more, 30 kilo more. So why not? And especially now we're talking about you probably squatting 340, which is mad. Do you know what I mean? But it's capable of. But one of the things I think when it comes to these kids with talent and strength, you want your weight class to have the spotlight. You want
Mhm.
Elliot Sykes to be there. You want the what's his name, the Russian kid to be there. Otherwise, it's just gonna be boring, bro. It's just gonna be Peck show. Yeah,
Yeah,
Peck show.
you can't just win all the time. You have to have somebody to beat.
Yeah, because at the moment, like you, whether anyone who says what, you're still the best power lifter, strongest power lifter we have. Do you know what I mean? You are still that person. And the reality thing for you to go to world and do 5 attempts and win, Boring Stem can't do that. Joe couldn't do that in Germany. He couldn't go there and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go five attempts and I'm gonna walk home." No, do you know what I mean? But he's strong as fuck. Do you know what I mean? So when people talk about, oh yeah, Taylor Howard and Borenstam was close in the US, I said bullshit. It wasn't. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't. He was just elite. Do you know what I mean? So that
Yeah, because
last dead,
it was like 860 that 900, right? Yeah.
yeah, but you know, A6, it was pulling 367.5 for 901 or something. I was like, the way I love Taylor, the way Taylor 340 moved, there's no way he had 27 kilo more. No way. Do you know what I mean? But when he trained after, when he was going APF, I believe he had a 900 because I
Oh
know,
no.
like, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
bro. I
yeah.
had no doubt he wasn't gonna total
No, I
900.
had no doubt. I was like, yeah, he has 900. He has 900.
To be
This
honest,
one even,
I'll be honest. I had him hitting 900 and Russ not hitting the world record. I thought it was gonna go that way, but it flipped.
yeah. Me, I had Russ about the 910, 915.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's where I had Russ. Do you know what I mean? So, especially what happened with him going to bloody a different country, I'm thinking, oh, for fuck's sake. Do you know what I mean? So that 910 is going down even more. But again, as you said, it flipped. You know, but the reality is Taylor had no doubt for the 900 in APF. But
Mm-hmm.
in the US, at the national, I didn't even have him. I think I had him for like what, A70 or A65. I didn't have him for A78. Do you know what I mean? I didn't. because yeah, Bowling's team is just that strong. You got to give credit where credit is due. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying I am not capable to beat him. Of course, I have the strength to beat him. I am capable to beat Bowling's team, but he's strong. You got to admit when someone is strong. Do you know what I mean? He's just that strong. So yeah, I'm looking forward to see them added to advantage to what they do anyway. To be honest, you know, it will be an interesting battle there.
That's why I don't think I'm gonna win. I'm like, I'm chilling back here because y'all about to, yeah, because it's gonna be. I just couldn't go to a competition and want to give up a spot to get beat by someone else in my weight class. So I expect the same thing as my competitor. So I'm like, Ade and Joe are gonna be trying to beat each other, and then Nanzo and Rondell are gonna be trying to beat each other. Then you just got me here by myself. I'm like, all right, look, I'm gonna just like hopefully one of the both two keep messing up, bro, and I can put me.
But
Let me
this
just.
what happened. This what happened in Germany, right? In Germany, these two were stronger than me. They were way stronger than me on that platform. Them two. Do you know what I mean? Ade probably was the
Well,
strongest. Do
bro,
you know what I mean?
you were watching your competition back made me mad because Sid was texting me the whole time too. She was like, "Oh, they took Jurins' third squad away, and he definitely hit depth." And she was like, "Oh, they definitely didn't give him his third bench either." And I was like, "What is happening right now?" I'm like on the way home. I'm like, "What is going on?"
You know, the thing is like again, for me, I went to Germany. I said to myself, we went literally with the top end. It was like what 880, 885 on a good day. It was a look, egg on a good day, 320. The bench was flying, bro. I thought I'm gonna be benching 200 kilos. Literally. I feel like this is the first time I'm gonna bench 200 kilos. You know what I mean? So bench was flying. And we loaded in 97, and apart from they said my back went up. But yeah, but it went good. And the deadlift was deadlift. We said, look, 360, 365 will be there if we need it. So the plan was if I went 343 on the squat, 320, a 197 and 200 on the bench press, and on the deadlift, we're gonna send it 365, 370. That was the plan. So yeah, because again, people always think, oh yeah, these people were close. But yeah, but someone like me, if I went 9 for 9, it was my day. I went 9 for 9. We're to be talking about 885. Do you know what I mean? And then what? The 890 of Joe would have been 5 kilo, bro.
Mhm.
That's what you call close. You know what I mean? That is close. No,
When it's gonna come down to the last deadlift, that's when
yeah,
it's close.
that's when it's close, bro. No, when you like there's like a good 27 kilos or so. Bro,
But
come
but
on.
whenever my openers are higher than the total, that's close
No,
though.
no.
That's close. That's close. Bro, like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what your openers are. It's like I think it does matter what your
It
what your
does.
open.
It does matter. It does. It does. It does. It does matter. It does matter big time because leading to Germany, like I think even I mean, and Boris were talking about it. He was like, "Yeah, but my subtotal will be bigger than yours." I was like, "But you have no idea what I'm prepping." But literally, my subtotal because I knew his subtotal would be like 850, or 515, 517, and my one will be 515.
Mhm.
If I hit the lifters I wanted to hit, the 320 and the 97 will match his subtotal, or I'm just gonna be 2.5 kilo behind him. And then the plan was I'm gonna be 2.5 kilo behind him, and him and Ade, they will go at it on that deadlift. They will try to output each other to win. And me, I would just be at the back. I'm thinking, okay.
That's me. That's me. Someone gonna try to output the other person. I'm like, can I just squeeze in
And then
here?
when you're even watching them when they're doing it, you feel like, oh god,
I'm like cheering it up. Go. No, no, definitely add 15 more
yeah,
kilos, bro. You
no,
got this. You got this.
bro,
You got
you had 30 kilo more. You know what I mean? You can do it. Come on. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's exciting to see things like that. This is what I'm saying. Like that's how good these guys that we're going up against they are. It's a credit to them. Do you know what I mean? When we sitting there thinking like we want to watch them go at it, that's a credit to them. So things like even yourself, things you've done in the 74s and things you've achieved, to me, you got to give where credit is due, right?
oh, always.
You know, you got to. And then the other thing as well, like it doesn't mean we're not saying they shouldn't be talking, or we're not saying they shouldn't be there. I mean, Sport like earlier, he has earned the right to talk his shit. He's a kid, bro. He's like what? Is he 18 or 19?
19 because he's a junior now. 19.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Oh, 815 at that age. That's mad. That is crazy. If you give him another fucking 3 years, 4 years, I don't know where he's gonna be. But you know what I mean? So hopefully he turn up at the nationals, or your nationals, because you're gonna be at Sheffield. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
it depends on how good I do at nationals. I mean at Sheffield, if I need to go to nationals or not. So we'll see. Everyone's hyping up that, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know if I'm going.
bro, if bro, you gotta be you get big enough number at Sheffield, you don't need to go to the national, bro. You don't
It's
need to
in
go to the
Reno
national.
again too. I don't want to go to Reno again. I don't want to have my baby around that smoke.
Nah, exactly. You know what I mean? So that makes you get a 900 at Sheffield, bro.
I know, right?
You know, get a
But apparently
900 at
that's too
Sheffield.
close, bro. That's still be close. That's too close. That's too close.
You never
900 is
know,
too
bro.
close, bro.
Bro, 900 is 900, bro. So yeah. So what's the plan in terms of 2026? Is it what? Sheffield, World, and Sheffield
Oh,
again? So basically you become a two-man meet or three-man meet a year. No more nationals. Just Sheffield, World, Sheffield, World.
bro, if they gave me some money at nationals, I would go. But I'm not just gonna go for no reason. There's no point.
Unless you need to go and get your spot to World.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Unless I need to get a spot at the world, or it's in a really, really good place that I want to visit.
When are you again? Because now you're a dad now, so in the next year or so, I know you don't drink beer, but you start having a little bit of a belly. So when are you thinking about going up to the 83?
First of all, I do drink beer. I just don't drink a lot.
Oh, oh,
I
nice.
wasn't drinking while Sid was pregnant because she couldn't drink. So, but now like we have.
Sheffield, we can
Actually,
drink then.
have I had a beer since Amara's been once, twice?
Where'd all the beers go?
Okay, look, Sid's dad bought beer a little bit ago, and there's still some left. But he left like there's one left. It was a pack of six, and I
No.
yes, it was. It was one pack of six. It was one pack of six. But look, I said this before. I'll only go up to 83 if two things happen. Whenever I hit 900, or I win 4 world titles, and they got to be in a row too. So I got 2 more years at least. So basically, I have 2 more years to hit 900, basically.
So Austin, so Perks, what you're doing is you want to win 4 world title in a row. So
I want to
basically,
win
you
four
want
world titles with 4 best lifters too, if I can. If I can, yeah.
so basically you're doing, I forget about the 4 best lifter, but you're doing Hey Jesus or a Roy William or Kimberly Warford because even Agatha hasn't done that
Mm-hmm.
in the same weight class.
Yeah, I got to do 4 in the same weight class. Then I have to move up after or move down, but I'm not moving down.
So
Win another.
why don't you just so why don't you just aim for more world title ever in IPF, which is I think 8. Say again.
Because I feel like it's kind of better to have multiple in different weight classes. I think that's more. I think winning 4 in a row is really good, and that's kind of like 3 is a dynasty. So it's like, okay, well, you've won 4, you've passed that. But then if I go up a weight class and win it there, that's really good. But I'm not gonna lie, I might try to go up again and win another one at 93. But like just weigh in heavy 83. So like go like 84, be like weighing
Just
like an 84,
basically
80.
you look like Gavin, the black version of Gavin.
I would look like a black version of Gavin. No, yeah.
Literally, 5'4". Do you know what I mean? Almost like a 195 pound.
But no, I don't want to be close to 93 though. I want to do it weighing like under 85. Like I want to barely be over 83 and win
Oh,
93.
okay. Jesus Christ. And then you're actually capable of doing that as well.
I think I can, bro. That's the end goal. If I have 3 world titles in 3 different weight classes, I would be happy.
So
I'll
what's
retire.
that? Wow, that's crazy. So what's your view on, of course, I'm gonna ask the talk of in town in terms of like Russ moving to the 93s. What's your views?
Bro, I told you, I think you laughed at me when I said this, but I was like, I think bro might I think he might become one of the best lifter in the IPF, bro. Like if he can fill it out and it does carry over, like if his deadlifts actually carry over, his bench is gonna go up at least some, and his squat is gonna continue to go up, bro. I think he might, like, bro. I think he's capable. Maybe not this year, he's capable of like 950 plus. Like I
Oh
think
yeah.
he's totaling 1,000 at 93.
I think, look, after watching him at NAPF, right, I don't care about what people say. I don't look, I would never gonna trust Russ deadlift. It's not gonna happen. Do you know what I mean? I know he's can deadlift a 365, 70, but he's not gonna deadlift the world record as a 93, especially
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
where,
He has a pretty good
especially,
deadlift, but he's not like he's not out pulling the highest
yeah,
puller.
yeah, highest puller. But that squat, I literally see Russ squatting 375, 380 at 93. You know, because he's just so strong with that
Yeah.
lift. About 357. Was it 55? Yeah, 55.5. Bro, that's the 120 squat, bro. That's what they squat. And this man put in, because the only reason I can say this is because me and you know how a 300 plus squat can feel on our back. Even though I haven't done it in comp yet, but I know how a 320 feel on my back. And this man loaded 355, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. You get over 315, things start getting kind of shaky, and you're like,
Bro.
you question it a little bit. You confident, but you question it a little bit unracking that bar, bro. You're like,
And then you
kind of
start
felt
thinking
that.
about your body composition. You start thinking about your frame, and then in your mind, you're thinking, am I even entitled, allowed to lift it, to put this much weight on my back? Is my spine okay? Bro, 355.5. I was just like, the funny thing, Rob, as soon as I unracked it, I knew he's gonna hit it. Because you got that thing when you unrack away, when you take that first step back, the second step, the control he had on that bar, I was like, he's gonna smoke that shit. He's gonna smoke that shit. And then I see him squatting 375, 380. No joke, at 93. He doesn't need to go 105. I literally see Russ doing that. But in terms of, I know Gavin spoke about him being the first 93 to go to total 1,000. I think Russ is close to that 1,000 kilo than anybody else is in the 93 is. I really see that happening, right? So, but in terms of like, of course, how do you think this will try and elevate the rest of the 93s around the world? Because the 74s at this level is because you have pushed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be like, oh, like, of course, oh yeah, it's possible, yada yada yada. Oh, I think I can do it. But no, yeah, I think it's just like what it gets it more of is because Emil won, right? Emil won Worlds, yeah. Emil is gonna want to fight for that because I think, to be honest, I think Russ will get the wild card spot, one of the wild card spots. And if that's the case, I think Emil is just gonna want to go hard and try to beat him. And Emil's very technically sound.
Oh yeah, he's one of apart from his deadlift that can be touch and go sometime, but when he come to it's he's an all around lifter though.
Yeah.
You know, he can bench it. He can bench
Total
230, 240. He can bench 230, 240. That's someone's squat, bro. He can bench that. And he can pull about 350, 360. He can squat about maybe 320, 22. Do you know what I mean? That's all around. Because I know we're talking about 320 not being a big squat, but bro, how many people can you load that in their back at that weight class? Do you know what I mean? You know, and the other thing, like my old man was asking me, he said to me, like, oh, your squat in the world, where do you rank your squat? I was like, I don't know. Because again, I forgot that there's not many 83 that can do what I do. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you do forget that because there's people that you know can do more than that. Because Russ I've done 338. So me squatting 317, I'm just thinking in my head, oh yeah, it's just 317. But how many can you do that? How many? Do you know what I mean? Angeles can do 320, Taylor 17, me 17. There's nobody else. Do you know what I mean? And what you're doing, you have a world record. So, and in reality, how many 74 can score that? It's just you and Elliot Syke that can do 315 plus. Do you know what I mean? You're the only one that can do 320. Elliot is the only one that can do 315. See, sometimes we don't realize what we're doing because we are doing it. You know what I mean?
I'm like, bro, but I've seen someone squat 340 before. I'm like, oh. I was like, I can, bro. I can do it. I can do it. That's my whole thing. I think I don't compare mine to weight class. I just compare mine like what other people do. And I guess the easiest one is the weight class above me. So I'm like, one of you guys can do it. I definitely can do it, bro. We're not that far away in body weight, you know, like it's not that much.
That's my mentality as well when it comes to the 93s, literally. Because when I saw Russ doing that 355, and I said to myself, if he can do 355, that means I can at least do 330, 340. Why can't I do that? Why can't I do that? Do you know what I mean? There's no difference. I just have to lock in. Do you know what I mean? So
I
Sheffield
literally
is gonna be a movie, brother. Sheffield is gonna be a
oh yeah,
movie. I
why
can't
can't
wait.
we gotta spend as much time as we did at the last shift. That was
Oh,
that was my
100%.
favorite part. Just us talking, me, you, and Sid. That's a good because we really don't talk to anyone else,
Yeah.
really. Like we talked to Waskar a little bit. But like, yeah, it's mainly you. No one on the US team we really just like talk to like that.
And because of all of you guys in the US, you want to kill each other. That's why. Do you know what I mean? It's not about talking, as some of you believe. Oh, let's compete first, kill each other, and after that we're friends. But what's the point? We're in a foreign country. Let's fly the flag together. Do you know what I mean? Oh gosh. Anyway, mate, look, I know we've covered quite a fair bit, and then we've been positioned. This podcast is going to be done, and then today's done. But we need to do a 2.0 after the meet in
You're
Avencas.
saying this now. You're saying this now, and then we're not gonna. I'm not gonna talk to you again till. Oh, I'm gonna text you.
No,
Talk to you again till Sheffield.
so how about we actually put in our calendar?
Okay.
After we do Avencas, we do another one because there's a talk that we're gonna talk after do Avencas because I know there's numbers you want to hit. We need to talk about those numbers after the comp. We can't talk
Okay.
about it before, right?
Deal. Deal.
Cool.
Deal.
Listen, mate, thank you very much for your timing and of course Sid for calling us these 2 hours or plus to chat. Look, it's been wonderful, but again, as I said, I'm always been a big fan, right? And then I know you're doing the right thing for you, for your family, and everyone around you. You're still inspiring people around the world. You're inspiring me, though. Every time I
You
get to like,
inspiring me? How I'm
nah,
inspiring you? Inspiring
bro,
me.
I see you squatting 323, and I'm thinking like, I know the last time I squatted three. What did I do before Sheffield? I think it was 323 or 24. I was just like, that was heavy. How the fuck
You
this
know what? You
asshole
know,
just
and
did
I
that?
and I see you hanging out and picking up your son. And I'm like, oh, let me go pick up my daughter and be a better dad. Look, that's how you inspire me.
Well,
Look at that.
soon she's gonna be giving a hand out in that bench press. That would be sweet, bro. That is the sweetest. I mean, when Lyle did that to me, like I had it 170. It wasn't that much, 170, right? I was doing it for reps. I went down. Instead of him lifting the bar, he pressed the bar down. I was just like, kid, don't do that again. I want to be filling a bench in front of you. Come on.
Oh my God.
Oh, that is sweet. Bro, literally, I appreciate you. I appreciate your time and everything. So good luck with the preps and good luck with the meet that's coming up. Hopefully you
Yeah.
walk away with the bag because I need you to bring me 110 when you come
Mm.
to Sheffield. I know I got my guys with what I use and all of that, but I just want that 110 that has got Austin Faker's name of it on it.
All right, man.
So
I got you.
yeah,
I get you.
that'd be good.
I'll bring you. I'll bring you one. I'll bring you one.
Safe, bro. I'll speak to you soon, brother. Take care, brother. Oh, let's